So I gotta wait till Tuesday, okay. Oh my God, I just need to keep hearing that right there. Hey, you are awesomely awesome. And you're the best. You're the best, blessed. Just hell, I can't even sound, I don't even know what to say.
Had a vision for 20 in the morning, thinking of my little sister said morning. Struggling with realities, no maladies, holidays ain't the same, everything's changed. No Bowie, no Prince, and no Michael, no Andre Crouch and the Disciples, no Walter and Winter, Deborah Golding, no Whitney, no George Michael. Toys R Us gone bankrupt. Damn, the Guitar City went bankrupt. Everything from my childhood's missing, man. Man, I swear it's such a fucked up feeling, man. I'm not mad, it's a simple observation. And I'm not sad, but it's not a celebration. I'm just trying to put the pieces back together, man. Everything's falling through my fingers like sand. It seems a tighter that I'm gripping. It seems more that I am slipping. I feel like I lost everything I love. And where's this alleged agape love? In churches ain't the same. Gospel music just ain't the same. R&B it just ain't the same. But y'all keep telling me it's the same. But I ain't feeling nothing, damn it. And I don't wanna reach up and grab it. Shots fired, get to ducking. Always knew they were up to something. This ain't no future when you're frontin'. And y'all know you still have it full. I'm not a baby, bro, I'm grown. Don't leave me standing out here alone. That's why I wrote this song. Because I know I'm not alone. What are we out here doing? What are we out here saying? People don't care no more. So fuck it, I don't care no more. This is too much for you to handle. I was always too much to handle. There ain't nothing new about me. You don't want authenticity. You don't want sincerity. 2020 brought me clarity. Now I see who you really are. No mask wearing, mailbox record, racist motherfucker. Let's go. Homie, you don't really want it. Sis, you don't really want it. I'm your nightmare opponent. Walking in a new anointing. Walking past all your bullets. Nothing need a trigger bullet. Try and pull it again. No weapon missed again. Tired of talking about changes. Tired of going through changes. Lie after lie. Lie after lie. Republicans and the Democrats. Prime ministers and bureaucrats. Senators and aristocrats. HBO and Cinemax. Still the babies in the cages. Babies dying in the cages. I ain't forgot about the cages. And if you did, then you're a racist. Calling it out like it is. Call it out like it is. We've been indoors for a year. And we're heading for another year. Lie team. Took a bullet for the dream that we would one day all be free. Free from prejudice, free from sexism, free from bigotry. I die for creativity. I die for freedom to be free. I died and left a legacy. Oh, but baby, I still live through technology. After the sun, comes the rain. And after the storm, the sun will start shining. Black tears of pain, and tears of pain, and tears of pain, and a dash of struggle. Just be patient. Your destiny will manifest. Yes, fools in this day.
Girl, this whole time I wasn't even in the damn thing. Shit. Well, I gotta do that all over again. That's funny. What's going on, y'all? Damn, again. Shit. What's up, y'all? Wow. I gotta do that all over again. Welcome, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well on this Wednesday. I was saying that I was trying to do something different with my channel. Matter of fact, let me get to the comments first, because I feel like that is cool. Resting Ninja Face, what's going on? I'm glad that you are here. Glad to have you back. Please leave your thoughts, concerns, whatever you feel. Please share them. What's up, Extra Smoke Dragon? What's going on? I'm not smoking right now because I'm in a state where weed is illegal. Shh, don't tell nobody. And this is my other social media phone, y'all. This is part of my shit, okay? It ain't my real phone. It's my other phone. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in a place where you can't do that. But I got some edibles, though. Okay? I'm off of some sativa right now because I love a head high, especially for these conversations. What's going on, CC? What is up? Hope that you are doing well. What I was saying is that with this being the new year, there are some things that I'm trying to figure out with my channel as far as like a new direction or carving out a deeper lane for myself, shall I say. One of them is that I have to be more visual, because it seems like the only time y'all want to come in is when a nigga is visual. So I gotta play by y'all rules a little bit, but I also want y'all to step y'all shit up too. I mean, come on, y'all. We trying to have these real conversations. I can't do it by myself. I can start them, I can nurture them, but I'm gonna need y'all help to like build that. But I think I'm going to try out this new segment, which is this live called HOMO News. Okay, HOMO News. Anything, everything homo. Whether it's stuff outside of ourselves, dealing with the hate crime and this Project 2025 shit that we about to deal with, down to things that are going on inwardly within the queer community. Blending of those things, if you will. So I'm gonna try my best to cover as much ground as I can. If you have anything that you would like for me to touch on, please hit me up. Girl, I was gonna say Instagram, but we're gonna get into that because we're migrating. We're going somewhere else. Okay, we're shifting to another platform. No shade. Greener pastures somewhere else. But for the meantime, you can hit me up in my DMs on Instagram if you have any content that you would like for me to speak on. What's going on, Deshaun? What's going on, King? What's up? What is going on? I'm glad to have you here. Now, before we get into tonight's live, and y'all please excuse my freeform ass locks, girl. I had to wash my hair about a day or so ago, so they looking kind of how they look. It is what it is. Y'all leave me alone. Leave me alone. Boom. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. All the videos, songs, images, and graphics used in this live, okay, belong to their respective owners, and BubzDaGawd does not claim any right over them. Basically, what I'm saying is that at this moment in time, if you sue me, you would just be practicing. Okay? I'm trying to transition into some other areas of my own personal life, but until then, girl, I don't own none of this. I'm just using these videos as springboards for greater conversations, and I ask that y'all please make sure to like this live and please share my content. The only way it's going to grow is with y'all help, because y'all are the lifeline of this channel. My channel would not be what it is today if it wasn't for y'all. So I thank y'all, and we can do this together. All right. Let's see. Now, I'm so glad I have all this stuff pulled up. I'm so proud of myself. Firstly, what we're going to deal with is, and again, everything that I am reading or that I'll be using in this live is in the description box below, along with the channels as well. So again, shout out to them. The first thing I want to talk about is in reference to what we as queer people have to do going forward to prepare ourselves for the world, the Trump era that we're about to live in, 2.0. Because we already watched part 1 of Fahrenheit 11/9, which is a documentary about Trump that I suggest that y'all please watch. We'll be doing part 2 sometime this week or sometime next week. Okay? But to just prepare ourselves for what's about to happen, okay? So with that being said, we're going to read and show videos. It's going to be a back and forth and a forth and back. Make sure y'all listening to this while you're doing something else. You ain't got to really pay attention to the screen unless you want to, but this is more so the conversation. I want you to hear what's going on, okay? And it reads, Meta, y'all know good old Meta, baby, will now allow users to call LGBTQ plus people mentally ill. And this is from them, okay, .us. And no, I don't want to sign up right now. I'm trying to read your article. The new changes come amid a rightward turn for Mark Zuckerberg's tech empire. Now, quote, we do allow allegations of mental illness or abnormality when based on gender or sexual orientation, Meta announced this week, along with other major policy changes to its platforms, which is Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, okay, which experts say could have grave consequences for on and offline safety. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced the changes in a Facebook video on Tuesday, in which he confirmed that sweeping policy changes would soon be implemented globally. Zuckerberg said that the company will soon implement a community notes system similar to the model currently used on X, formerly known as Twitter, to flag suspected misinformation, as Zuckerberg deemed the company's teams of fact checkers too politically biased. Adding that the company's community moderation team will soon move its headquarters from California to Texas. It's time to get back to our roots around free expression, Zuckerberg proclaimed in the video, adding that the company's current policies had led to too many mistakes and too much censorship. Joel Kaplan, Meta's chief global affairs officer, echoed Zuckerberg's remarks in a written statement Tuesday, asserting that the company had been over-enforcing our rules and limiting legitimate political debate. So basically what they're saying is, girl, these hoes want to call you mentally ill, if they want to say you demonic, if they say you are a PDF file, if they say you are an abuser of children, if they, all the things, they can throw the Bible in there if they want to, because now it's up for political debate. Your livelihood is up for debate. Interesting. All of our livelihoods are up for debate. Many of the changes that have already been made to Meta's content policies are contained in the company's hateful conduct standards and appear to directly reflect speech restrictions about trans people and topics, as Wired noted this week. Although accusations of stupidity, intellectual capacity, and mental illness relate to a protected class of people are still officially against Meta's rules, such epithets will now be specifically allowed under the new rules when based on gender or sexual orientation, given political and religious discourse about transgenderism and homosexuality, and common non-serious usage of words like weird. The new policy also contains allowances for sex or gender-exclusive language in the context of political or religious topics, such as when discussing trans rights, immigration, or homosexuality. Our policies are designed to allow room for these types of speech. A previous version of this rule was tailored to apply specifically to health-related groups. That's why I reported. We got a little bit more, y'all. Y'all keep hanging with me, okay? Other changes to Meta's hateful conduct policy include the removal of language that prohibited statements denying existence, which formerly covered posts with language like trans people do not or should not exist. That clause was present in Meta's policy as recently as January 4th, per archived versions of the page, but was no longer contained in the live version of the document this week. Also missing from the new policies, language that prevented users from accusing others of spreading C-19 based on their protected characteristics, which Wired noted may now allow Chinese users to be targeted, with xenophobic conspiracy theories. Meta will also now specifically allow posts arguing for gender-based limitations of military, law enforcement, and teaching jobs, as well as those same arguments based on sexual orientation when the content is based on religious beliefs. Wow. Zuckerberg's announcement are the latest in the series of actions at Meta, indicative of the company's move towards the political right. Most recently, the appointment of UFC CEO and close Trump ally, Dana White, and its board of directors on Monday. The changes also come days after Meta faced renewed criticism for restricting access to queer posts and topics on Facebook and Instagram, which the company claimed had occurred by accident in a statement earlier this week. Meta has previously faced public backlash for failing to crack down on anti-queer speech, as well as for its partnerships with the anti-queer institutions like the Hillsong Mega Church, girl. Okay? And I think that, we got a little bit more, just a little paragraph more. Y'all, come on, we learning. We got to learn right now. Okay? We got to put in the work. Apple CEO, girl, I throw away all my Apple shit. Tim Cook, who previously backed Dems and queer rights, gives Trump's inauguration $1 million. Well, I guess this iPhone going in the trash, bitch. I'm about to give me something from damn, what that shit called, girl? Metro PCS. On the BBC Radio 4 on Wednesday, Hale Thorning Schmidt, Jingleheimer Schmidt's cousin, former Prime Minister of Denmark and co-chair of Meta's oversight board, said she was very concerned about the company's direction and potential huge problems that may arise from Zuckerberg's changes, especially their impact on queer communities. Quote, "We are seeing more instances where hate speech can lead to real-life harm, so we will be watching that space very carefully," Thorning-Schmidt said. The queer advocacy organization GLAAD condemned Meta's policy changes in a press release on Tuesday, saying the new policies, quote, "represent a wholesome abandonment of the norms and best practices of content moderation and will make its platforms unsafe landscapes filled with dangerous hate speech, violence, harassment, and misinformation." Without these necessary hate speech and other policies, Meta is giving the green light for people to target queer people, women, immigrants, and other marginalized groups with violent, vitriol, and dehumanizing narratives, wrote GLAAD CEO and President Sarah Kate Ellis in the statement. Quote, "With these changes, Meta is continuing to normalize anti-queer hatred for profit at the expense of its users and true freedom of expression. Fact-checking and hate speech policies protect free speech." Well, again, that's very fucking depressing to hear that, right? That these changes are happening and that the queerphobia is going to be on the rise, baby. Okay, y'all thought the first time was bad. Wait until this January 20th, baby. But there are people in the world who are literally, authentically, and genuinely trying to create change. So with that being said, I want y'all to go ahead and take a little listen, if you will, to an individual who is trying to change the narrative in reference to free speech, in reference to black people, queer people, women, immigrants, just anybody and everybody who is not part of this supremacist type of group. Basically humanity. And with that being said is that, y'all, BubzDaGawd is migrating from Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to other sites. But one of the sites that I'm migrating to is a site known as FanBase. Let me go ahead and pull this up because that's the one thing I forgot. I was trying to rush and shit, and I forgot about pulling this up. Hold on. FanBase. Okay, hold on. For those of you who don't know, FanBase is an app that was created by an individual known as Isaac Hayes III. I don't know if this is the lineage to Isaac Hayes, okay? And the one of the songs I remember from Isaac Hayes, girl, is "Put These Balls in Your Mouth." I remember that song. But I believe he's the individual who's creating an app that is going to, again, create an actual safe space. A place that is inclusive. Okay? A place that is about humanity. So don't just take it from me. Okay, don't take it from me. Let's go ahead and take a listen from his words himself.
Today you saw a video of Mark Zuckerberg walking back the policies that kept Instagram and Facebook trusted platforms for their users to turn to. Real trust, the kind that makes you feel seen and heard, is what social media is supposed to be about, right? But these days it feels like that trust is slipping away. When platforms start stepping back from accountability, it makes me think, where does that leave us? Freedom of speech thrives on informed discussions where individuals can exchange ideas rooted in truth. If platforms allow unchecked misinformation to spread, it pollutes public discourse. This makes it harder for the people to distinguish fact from fiction, undermining the very foundation of meaningful communication. It is apparent now more than ever that the oligarchs only seek to increase their wealth, suppress the truth, and consolidate their power, all at the expense of the communities they built their fortunes on and claim to serve. But we have a choice. We can stand idly by and watch as trust erodes, or we can act boldly, decisively, and invest in platforms that value us, that respect us, and that empower us. And that choice starts right now. I'm asking every single one of you to download FanBase today. Don't wait, don't put it off, become part of something bigger. At FanBase, we're dedicated to building an environment that is not only free from misinformation, but is safe and welcoming as well. So be heard, Become part of the shift in power and download FanBase. This is our moment to redefine what social media can be. This is our moment to own the future.
Friday.
One second, y'all. Hold on. Y'all heard what the man said. I'm gonna need for y'all to go ahead and download FanBase right now. Do it right now. You can come back to me. I'm gonna always be here. This video gonna always be here. So I need y'all to go ahead and download FanBase now. I was thinking to myself earlier today, and I was actually having a conversation with somebody that brought up this thought within myself. The reason why all this stuff is happening to us is because we allow that to happen. We are the ones that literally allow it to happen. A lot of us, oh, hell no, I made too much money off Instagram. I made too much money off Facebook. I made too much money off this stuff. But again, it's an app that is now giving people the green light to demonize you. And you're going to lose all that fucking money any goddamn way. Because now it's time to get the niggas. And get the queer people. And get the women. And get everybody. Okay? But if you care about objective truth, if you care about accountability, okay? If you care about actually making a change, I'm gonna need for some of y'all to compromise and sacrifice certain things for the betterment of us, not just right now, but for those after us in the future. Because if we don't, there's gonna be a 20, 50, 21,000, it's gonna be a continuation of these cycles that you will be teaching your children to fall into, future human beings to fall into. So you got to do your part, and you can do your part today by downloading FanBase. Okay, now before we go forward, let me check the comment section because y'all up in here commenting. Shout out to the 15 people in the building. Oh wow, make sure y'all please hit that like button. Okay, I really appreciate it. That's the freest thing you can do. If you like the vibe, hit subscribe button as well as notification bell, girl, because BubzDaGawd is different. I'm gonna have your ass laughing, and I'm uniquely me, okay? And if you feel compelled, which I should have had this bitch running in the beginning, you can definitely hit the Cash App up, but don't sue me because I need all my Cash App money. Okay. So with that being said, let me read some of y'all comments real quick. Deshaun says if they're gonna say gay people is mentally ill, then they need to start saying husbands that are wife beaters are mentally ill. I agree with that. Eating food all day, every day, all day around the clock to the point where you 600 pounds is mentally ill. Some of these niggas on this YouTube channel know about that with these goddamn fupas. Since people need to have freedom of speech, there needs to be freedom of speech all the way around. And I said that. It needs to happen all around, across the board. If it's across the board, I really don't care because that would be fair. But don't sit up here and try to stop other people from saying what they gotta say, which is why I want people to talk their shit, because when you talk your shit, you're putting what you know out there, I put what I know out there, and then the objective truth is gonna shine. Are y'all ready to handle that? Is the question. Boy Crazy says, not surprised at all. Deshaun says, let's keep going because I want to keep going on this. Resting Ninja Face says, does this mean that we have to transfer all our data over to Samsung products now? Oh boy, baby, I was thinking the same thing. Okay. Yes, he is Isaac Hayes' offspring. Cool, I just want to make sure. Deshaun said, did you just say you heard a song called Put These Balls in Your Mouth? That's from South Park. You ain't never seen that episode, nigga? You over here being freaky and nasty in the comments, but don't worry. Toward the end of this damn live, we gonna talk about some freaky shit. Okay, stay tuned. I'm just playing. Resting Ninja Face says, or I'm not downloading another app, which is lazy to me because all it takes is the press of a button, literally. But you know, people like to be on some bullshit. Now transitioning over to another segment, girl. Okay, we're gonna get into some hate crime shit. Okay, I keep thinking it's the camera because I got my microphone here, but it's really here. Y'all forgive me, the sativa is sativa. Okay. Shout out to those that are part of the Bub Squad girl, the Shorty Squad girl, giving me all types of information. This video was sent to me from, again, one of my supporters. about a gay man who was standing up for women. You know how a lot of heterosexual men say, "Oh, why? Well, it seems like women respect gay men more. It seems like women, y'all give y'all gay friends a pass and shit." And it's like, yeah, because we actually care about women, and the reason why we know we truly care about women more so than y'all do is because we're not trying to fuck them. That's how you know it's real. When they ain't trying to fuck you, that's how you know it's real. With these heterosexual niggas, girl, they got to see if you have a motive or not. Okay? But let's take a listen to an individual who tried to stand in the gap for his female friend from this narcissistic, toxic masculine ass nigga girl, and ended up getting his ass whooped for it. Standing up for his friend. Let's take a listen. Make sure y'all download
FanBase. This is our moment to redefine what social media can be. This is our moment to own the future.
Friday night, I got into a fight. I have a black eye, I have a chipped tooth, and I was standing outside the bar with my friends, and I was protecting my female friend, because when we were outside smoking a cigarette, a group of guys came outside, and they were standing next to us, but this one particular guy was belligerent, and he started making passes at my female friend, and she was like, no thank you, no thank you, and he would not let up. He would not stop. And we're all like, dude, back the fuck up. She's not interested. She does not want anything to do with you. Back the fuck up. He wasn't taking no for an answer. And then he tried to grab her breast. And that's when I fucking lost it. You don't do that to a female. You don't do that. You need consent. You don't fucking do that. I don't give a fuck if you're drunk or not. That's not an excuse. You don't do that. So I went ham, honey. I lost my motherfucking mind, and I just started swinging, okay? Now, if you think this looks bad, you should see the other guy's face. I promise you that. Listen, I might be gay, but these hands are straight, boo-boo. You hear me? Don't fuck with my female friends. I'm a feminist, okay? You don't fuck with my female friends or any type of woman in front of me. Ever.
Y'all thought he got his ass beat? I was just playing, nigga. He whooped your ass, girl. He said, you talking about me. Look at this. Okay? This is the time for queer people and women to work out their bullshit, because the next video we're going to get into, no shade, is going to talk more about this whole thing, this issue between gay men and women. Whatever that shit is, we're going to kind of delve into it a little bit. Make sure we fix that shit and figure that shit out, because at the end of the day, we sitting here fighting when this motherfucker's done with both of our asses. This individual literally stood up for his female friend from a nigga who was too hands-on and touchy-feely. She told your ass no. I'm the same way. You're not finna sit up here and abuse no female in front of me. Just because I'm not sexually attracted to a female does not mean that I'm not gonna sit up here and defend a female. She told your ass no, bro, leave it alone. If you don't, it's gonna be a problem and an issue. And bitch, I'm short. I'm a leprechaun, so you know I don't fight fair. Hell no. I will whoop your ass and tear you from the kneecaps up. Black gay men, y'all need to continue to stand in the gap for black women, and it also means black trans women too. If you see your black trans sister being messed with by a bunch of niggas, I need for you to get in your nigga mode. Forget you, gay bitch. Like she said, them hands are straight. And make sure you let these niggas know what's up. Because the only thing that these men are going to have on women and gay men is physical violence. They think that strength is the most important thing. I'm strong. But if you're not technical with your strength, if you don't know how to utilize your strength with strategy in a way, you will always get your ass whooped, because strength by itself is really nothing. It's really the strategy. So I keep telling y'all gonna have to learn how to defend yourselves. Wonder palm strike a nigga in the nose. When you punch somebody in their nose, their eyes automatically water. They can't see. Go to town on their ass. Hit a bitch in their throat 4 times. Punch down into a nigga chest, right where his heart at, and fuck up his heartbeat. Hit the nigga right here. I don't know what this little thing is here, but hit him there. He gonna drop. Of course, you can always kick a nigga in the nuts. You better motherfucking ole, ole, ole on this bench. Y'all remember that episode of the Parkers? When Nikki Parker, when they was doing the whole Western thing, and she put her hands up, and she was doing that little motherfucking... Girl, step in the name of love. Tamia hustle. Cupid shuffle on the shit. Fuck him up. Baby, turn him into a female, bitch. And my personal favorite, hit a nigga in they kneecap, bitch, and make they knee pop out backwards like they a damn kangaroo or something. Or a horse or something. But that's not it. Let's talk about a little bit more hate crimes, girl. And of course, right now, the police are still going forth with their investigation. But based off the evidence that we have right here, I think it's safe to say that it is a hate crime. And I know people say, well, every time there's gay people, y'all always say it's a hate crime. First of all, we know it's a hate crime because whenever queer people die, especially trans women, y'all in the comments talking about one less fag or sitting here celebrating that. So we already know what y'all interpretation of the thing is. And the fact that, again, if a queer person was to defend themselves and take somebody else's life, which that was the article I should have got. I forgot about that. About a trans woman who unalived a man. And now y'all want to come up with all these different type of ideas of what it could be. Again, trying to demonize and vilify the trans person when they were trying to survive the encounter. But don't just take my word for it. There was an unfortunate incident that happened in New York on Christmas Eve where a queer man lost his life and literally bled out in his husband's arms. Again, don't take my word for it.
One was stabbed to death on Christmas Eve. The suspect appeared in court today, and News 12's Edric Robinson has the latest.
My baby didn't deserve that. Tears only a mother could understand. Gertrude Davis clutched a photo of her son, Ahmed Davis, right outside the courtroom where the alleged killer faced arraignment.
My son was a loving, caring man. He was a loving, caring person.
Police say Davis was stabbed multiple times on Christmas Eve outside 101 East Tremont Avenue. According to the criminal complaint, the suspect, 28-year-old Kajan Yazar, used a knife to attack Davis, stabbing him in the torso, his head, and limbs.
He killed him, and when he killed him, he killed me too.
Emotions boiling over in the courtroom as Yazar pleaded not guilty. Davis's family calling him a murderer before being escorted out. Yazar's charges include murder in the second degree, manslaughter in the first degree, and criminal possession of a weapon.
Son never, never, never bother anyone.
Birthday to you. Now, Davis's family say they're trying to hold on to happier memories as they cope with their loss. Relatives say Yazar lived at the same shelter as Davis and harassed him and his husband for weeks. The family labeling this a hate crime, though police have not charged him with that.
He snatched my heart away from me. He snatched my soul. I want you parents to hold on to your kids. There are monsters out here.
And Yazar's next court appearance is set for January 14th. That's for the Davis family. They say they intend on fighting for justice every step of the way. Outside Bronx Criminal Court, Edric Robinson, News 12 The Bronx.
Wow. I'm going to read y'all this article real quick. A few of these articles. Well, it's really two. They're kind of short. So y'all going to have to, hey. Okay, let's do the damn thing like we always do. What is this other shit? Okay, I accept it, girl. Come on. New York City man bleeds out in his husband's arms after fatal stabbing. Arc Mayor Davis was stabbed this morning on Christmas Eve on his way back from a laundromat to the shelter where he and his husband had been staying since a fire displaced them December 2nd. A black gay man who, and again this is by advocate.com, a black gay man who'd been left homeless by a fire was fatally stabbed in New York City's Bronx borough this morning of Christmas Eve and bled out in his husband's arms. Arc Mayor Davis, 36, was stabbed on the street on the way back from a laundromat to the shelter where he and his husband Darius Antoine Davis, 35, had been living since a fire at their apartment building destroyed almost all of their belongings December 2nd, the New York Daily News reports. Arc Mayor Davis had gone to the laundromat Tuesday morning to exchange cell phones with his husband, who had mistakenly taken Arc Mayors with him. When Darius Antoine Davis returned to their room at the shelter, he found Arc Mayer unconscious and covered in blood. Quote, I came up to him, I shook him, I tried to wake him up, and I see that he wasn't moving, Darius told the Daily News. I looked at his stomach, he wasn't breathing, and I could tell you he had no pulse and he was bleeding out. Arc Mayer had been stabbed repeatedly in the arm, the leg, and torso, the paper reports. He was taken to St. Barnabas Hospital but couldn't be revived. Police have not made an arrest, which they have. This is again on Christmas Eve. The other article is going to be about the rest of the video we just listened to or just watched. Police have not yet made an arrest and have not stated a motive for the crime. Darius and Arc Mayer met in North Carolina in 2008 when Arc Mayer, a New Yorker, was visiting his father there. Quote, when I met him, I fell in love with him, Darius told the Daily News. I've been through so much, but that's the only person I ever wanted to be with in my life. The couple lived in North Carolina for a time, but moved to New York City last year to be closer to Arc Mayer's mother, who had suffered domestic abuse. Quote, he gave up everything for me, said his mother, Gertrude Davis, 51. He rescued me. He helped me. He came every day. Put your head up, Ma. You're a strong woman, Ma. He got me through what I was going through. He was a very beautiful young man, she added. And again, you heard it from her own mouth and her pain, as Deshaun stated. Darius and Arc Mayer had planned to go see the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. Lord, why say it like that? Rockefeller Center Christmas tree on Christmas Day. Quote, even though we was in the shelter and we lost everything we was talking about, Lord, what? Even though we was in the shelter and we lost everything, we was talking about going down to see the Rockefeller tree, going to his mom's house, eating, Darius told the Daily News. Christmas ain't never gonna be the same no more. Now we're moving on to the article from Bronx 12 News, as again on the screen here. Bronx family demands justice after Christmas Eve stabbing. A Bronx family is mourning the loss of 36-year-old Arc Mayer Davis, who was fatally stabbed on Christmas Eve outside a homeless shelter. The suspect, 28-year-old Kajan Yazir, appeared in court Wednesday, where he pleaded not guilty to murder and other charges. Wow. Police say the attack happened just before noon outside 101 East Tremont Avenue. Davis was stabbed multiple times in the torso, head, and limbs. A criminal complaint states that Yazir used a knife in the deadly assault. Yazir, girl to ye nigga. Gertrude Davis, the victim's mother, clutched a photo of her son as she stood outside the courtroom. My son was a loving, caring man, she said through tears. He hurt no one. Emotions boiled over during the arraignment, with Davis's family calling Yazar a murderer and accusing him of committing a hate crime. Police have not charged Yazar with a hate crime, but the family alleges he had been harassing Davis and his husband for weeks at the homeless shelter where they all lived. Quote, he snatched my heart away. He snatched my soul, said Gertrude Davis. Parents, hold on to your kids. There are monsters out here. Yazar faces charges of murder in the second degree, manslaughter in the first degree, and criminal possession of a weapon. His next court date is scheduled for January 14th. The Davis family says they will fight for justice every step of the way. So I'm glad they was able to catch the some of my bitch, what the hell he did. And like I said, queer people, I need y'all to stop playing in my motherfucking face. I need y'all to stop playing in my face. I need y'all to learn how to defend yourselves. Because in this new Trump era, any of those people could be us. We could be like Davis and countless others. We have to hold ourselves accountable in reference to facing the fear, I get it. I'm the same way. I don't really like conflict. I don't. I'm a very peaceful person. I will operate with peace and understanding first. But when you get to a point where you overstep your boundaries from verbal to physical, to where you're trying to physically harm me, baby, even grace and mercy has a due date, or has that's what I'm looking for, a limit or a breaking point. And once we get to that breaking point, baby, you've abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. Love don't live here anymore, girl. It's gonna be all types of insidious, Red Door, The Conjuring, damn 13 Ghosts. It's gonna be all types of that shit, girl, when it comes to self-defense. Protect yourself. You have a right to live. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I don't give a damn who it is. They put their hands on you, send them to their maker. Girl, and better yet, do I still have that clip? I feel like I don't even have that damn clip, do I? Damn, I ain't got that clip. Well, to the homosexuals.
This is for faggots.
Hell no, in no way. Ain't never been a representative for me, so speak for you, my brother.
Honey, I represent all the men here. Anyway, that vibe would never leave you, nor forsake you.
So that vibe.
In everything that's in my soul today, everything that's in my soul, I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass. And I mean that. Saturday morning, 11 o'clock, Walmart 280. I'll be there. Bitch, you be there too.
Bitch, you be there too. Protect yourself. I'm serious. I'm so serious. Let me check y'all comments. We're doing pretty good. Let's see. Deshaun says a gay man was stabbed to death in New York City at a laundromat because these are the same ones that hate gay people so much. They pretend to be gay and say just kidding bullshit because they want to be gay so bad. Just for these women, because these men are so touchy, okay? Philly. Shout out to Philly, the way you spelt it. I just gave you a video of an older man trying to fill up on that woman in the airplane. That goes to everybody. Young niggas, old niggas. If they're a nigga and they do anything to you, that's on some bullshit. Whoop their ass and stop playing in my face and in your damn face. Okay? Boy crazy over here laughing. Deshaun said, there was a trans woman that got into an altercation with a man. I think she threw something or he threw something, and I guess the trans woman killed him, and everyone got rowdy about it like she is to blame, like she's the bad guy. I don't know, and that was the one that I forgot to put in this live, because I was like, I know there's another one, but I was trying to put all this shit together, no shade, because I just felt compelled to do it. What's up, Queen Spicy? We got Queen Spicy in this Bia. Deshaun said, no. Who's the mentally ill one again? Harassing a gay couple because they're simply gay. But the person that's harassing is because deep down inside, he could never have a relationship with a man. What's up, Queen Amber in the building? With her damn doctorates and all his damn degrees. She degreed the hell out. All right. Shout out to y'all. But we're going to continue with that because now we just dealt with the hate crime as far as the actual physical manifestation of it. Let's jump over to an area where there is the feeling and the thoughts aspect around queerness, especially feminine energy when it comes to queerness. The next clip we're going to take a listen to for this segment is going to be from a YouTuber by the name of Bliss. I think it's Bliss Amari, if I'm not mistaken. Bliss Amari. Shout out to them. I recently came across one of their videos earlier. I think it was a video saying that they hate being gay. Amari is a gay man who is feminine in his energy and in his expression. And he deals with a lot of hate for it. And that's why my heart goes out to black feminine gay men. Okay? Because even in the queer community, we feed into these stereotypes about masculinity and trade and all this other type of stuff. But denying the actual energy in queerness that made everything possible, that made everything happen. Like, let's not forget, Stonewall was led by queer people of color and trans women of color. Okay, like trans people and the feminine energy has done so much for the queer community. And I'm grateful that there are feminine gay men that are standing in their truth and sharing their truth, because despite the immediate world around them, there is a world out there that will honor who you are as an individual and a person. Okay? So again, we're going to take a look at that video from Bliss Amari. And again, fair use is enacted. Let me change my background music a little bit, because now we're about to get into a little bit of some deeper stuff within the queer community. Okay? But this is Bliss Amari's video in reference to the queer phobia that gay feminine men experience from black women. And black women in the building, I want y'all to also share y'all thoughts too, because there is a middle ground, there is a gray area, and we better find that motherfucker quick, because if not, baby, it's gonna be hard for all of us. Let's take a listen to that video right now.
Hey, my name is Bliss Amar. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm making this video about homophobic women. Now, there has been this trend on TikTok and on Twitter as well, with these women coming out saying, I don't like when gay boys do this and that. We even had Meatball talk about the LGBT community, talk about we don't stand against our religion.
Because y'all don't even respect God. Y'all don't even stand on your religion.
But thank you guys so much for 4,000 subscribers. I enjoyed my little video break. I need a little mental health break. I even redid my room. I got some new curtains hung up and stuff like that. I love curtains. I have a lot of curtains in my room.
New curtains.
I don't like a bare wall. But yeah, I am so happy for my 4,000 subscribers, and I have been doing a lot of stuff to my car because some put a nail in my damn tire, and I got this the same way.
What?
Talk about it, but I believe a lot of these women is doing this for attention because they're seeing other women come out about what they do not like about gay people, and when they see that, women really do not like trans women. I don't understand why they do not. Women is the first people that out a trans woman to a man, for the man can do something to her. I believe it's just something that it's been going on for years. It's already an attack on black gay men. We already had the little rapper boy in Atlanta trying to... I ain't gonna say it because my
sound effects taking me out.
Because he got exposed for using the dildos and stuff like that. His cousins did dildos and stuff like that. He talked about it did not feel good.
Dildos and cousin dildos, what?
Stuff like that, baby. I experienced that. I ain't gonna talk about that. Women would fetishize a masculine gay man and just rub all on him and play like they're in a relationship. Just the fun shit like that. And I believe Meatball is very insecure with herself. I don't understand why her nappy.
Before they get into Meatball, I can see that being the case, because even for me, even though I say girl and I have my little moments or whatever, I guess people will call me a butch queen. I'm BubzDaGawd, but I mean, if it makes sense to you, bitch, it makes sense to you. You know what I'm saying? But there have been times where I've had women hit on me, and when they find out that I'm gay, but I'm not feminine gay, they still try to throw their pussy on me, but they try to put Jesus in the mix, like I'm pretty sure they're about to say about Meatball as far as, oh, y'all going against y'all religion. It's like, girl, y'all still be trying to fuck on the gay niggas, girl. You show you gay? You show you gay? You ain't had no, hold on. You show you gay, bitch? You show you gay? You show you gay? Because I could put this, you show you maybe ain't had the right one. Maybe you was dealing with somebody who ain't take care of themselves, but I take care of myself. I keep my pants clean, and I got that Kegel and that snapback. It will change your life, baby. Okay? It would have you looking out. It would have you looking for me outside with a flashlight on a sunny day. It would have you cut my grass, and I live in an apartment complex. It would have your teeth dry, and you know teeth are supposed to stay wet. Okay? All that shit. But it's just funny because, like he said, when the masculine gay men are there, they still feel on him because, again, masculinity is the thing that everybody or the majority tries to aspire to. Because masculinity comes power and authority, and a lot of people want that. But it was just funny how they stated that. That even the women be like, with the masculine men, I can try something, but with the feminine ones, it's like, oh, nah, bitch, you trying to take my man. You trying to do all that. Girl, sit the hell down.
The head ass came on the app trying to judge us. She needs to look at her own self. And I'm gonna be very much real. I might look nappy right now. This is a damn wig. I don't have any of the wigs to where I look rough right now, and I don't care because this is my YouTube channel and I got 4,000 subscribers that I work hard for. No gay person sitting here talking about it. And they're always gonna say the trans women want to be women, so they hate women.
You are a man. Dress like a man.
You can have any opinion you want to. Who do you think you are to tell a trans person to stop dressing like a woman? You is on the wrong app, first of all. You talk about wigs and stuff like that. Hair does not define gender.
because Jesus had long hair. But I'm not gonna get into that right now. It's just a blatant transphobia for me. Because nobody's gonna speak out on this. This community is always gonna stay quiet. Because these type of women hate feminine men and hate trans people, but they fetishize a masculine gay bestie. That's a conversation that they are not ready to do. They love them gay boys until they put on a wig or any type of tight clothing. But them type of gay boys hate you. Butch queens hate women. Trans women who dress up classy and dress up as like the best type of black woman who respects herself are not misogynistic. Just because a man wanna dress up as a woman, trans woman, does not make them misogynistic. Because there's a lot of masculine gay men who hates women. But y'all never gonna talk about them. They will talk about you behind your back. And these ain't even masculine gay men. These are just gay men who talks like a girl but dresses up like a boy. That's what you call a bitch queen. They hate anything feminine. They always talk about bitches this, bitches that. They always use the bitch word to refer to y'all females. I'm a feminine gay man, and I do not call females bitches. Y'all are women, and I respect that. Y'all are black women. But the hate y'all have for feminine and trans people is very sad because we care about y'all. So whatever these, I don't know what a feminine and masculine gay man is anymore. The femme gay.
Get that background music. Don't get down, brown. But I do agree with what they were saying. For example, when they say that a lot of women use gay men as an accessory. Oh, girl, do my hair. Girl, do my makeup. Girl, oh, girl. All that. Get my fashion together. And we see this a lot in the black church. Again, I use the Clark sisters all the time. Even though I don't fuck with organized religion, I still have a love for gospel music. And I love the Clark sisters, even to this day. But they have said some queerphobic shit. But yet have the fags in there doing their hair, doing their makeup, getting their fashion together, singing behind them in a choir, the whole gospel jar and stuff. All of that. But still will deny your humanity. And the reason why they're denying your humanity is so that they can stay in proximity to the patriarchy. So they can still be what is known as the pick-me's as far as, well, I'm going to stand with them. Okay, then, well, since that's the case, go do your own hair. Go do your own makeup. Go get your own clothes. Don't ask me for a damn thing. Now, when you up here looking like Kim Burrell with, shit, the wig on, what's the name here, look better than Kim Burrell's. Okay? At least Amari's wig girls giving Patti LaBelle, you know, Static Shock. But that shit on top of Kim Burrell head, I was like, this is some very, very, I thought Tumbleweed was dry, but damn. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that we can talk about. Like, again, it is about trying to stop people from being who they are. Just like Amari said, hair does not belong to a gender. If that was the case, our hair as men will grow to a certain length and then stop growing. I literally have locks from growing out my hair. When I tell you that this society has played on us so much and has done an amazing job, even though it's fucked up, but it's a wild job, amazing job at indoctrinating people to literally police other people. Police them. Not police them as far as you're objectively hurting someone. You're objectively hurting yourself. But if you are a black man who is feminine, who has nails, who has on a wig, who has on makeup, that you are automatically deemed something. And this society is going to give people the green light to act on that. But anyway, let's continue.
Hate women because they want to invade women's spaces and go in the women's bathroom. Like, oh my God. Like, the only type of gay men that hate women is the gay men who talk femme. Bitches, I can't stand bitches. But they will try to present more masculine. I don't feel like talking about them type of gay boys because them motherfuckers piss me off. But I believe a lot of women would definitely use any type of excuse if something happens. Kennedy Dior, they use that situation to be transphobic. But one thing I'm not going to play about is my trans women, because my trans women do not deserve to get shaded by women, because biological cis women still experience transphobia. Some cis women might not look as feminine in the face so they can get clocked, and some people will really think they're not a real woman.
Hell yeah, some of y'all damn mamas and grandmamas looking like Miss Pearly with that big old wolf pussy on their face, but yet you ain't saying shit to them. You still loving on them. You need some mama, me ma.
And it can happen to you any day. Some people might think you look like a dude, and that's okay. But women needs to stop hating on trans women. A lot of women love these studs now. They'll rather go gay instead of getting a nice bisexual man. Bisexual men fuck good. And I've been thinking about, I want to move to Houston, Texas this year, but I think it's gonna happen. My goal is to get out of this toxic household, this toxic, nasty state I live in, because Mississippi is filled
Girl,
with
this
the worst
damn
type
name
of women.
is killing me.
Mississippi is filled with the most homophobic women. The women do not understand gay men at all down here, and I have dealt with a good fair share of women down here who has judged me for being gay and who has set me up with niggas, and niggas is the only reason why niggas bullied me or picked at me in high schools, because the women told them to.
Y'all hoes always want to come out, girl. Why I feel like this is a man playing as my pussy stink bad, girl, and I feel like I know who it is, girl. I know who it is, bitch. You will never have me. Deshaun know who I'm talking about. You will never have me, bitch. I already told you, bitch. I'd rather sit up here and put goddamn hot dogs, salamis, all type of poultry on my body and jump into a den full of pit bulls than to sit up here and deal with your ass. It's always some queerphobic niggas, girl, who create these false accounts and then want to hit on me. Bitch, you will never, ever in life. Never. I'd rather perform harakiri, girl. Every time I talk about the gay shit, especially some real good gay shit, here the fuck y'all come with y'all bullshit, girl. And I want y'all to know Jesus know who you hoes are. Bitch. And he gonna whoop y'all ass. And I ain't talking about the white Jesus, I'm talking about the black one. With the Cantu butter, bitch. Let's continue. And if your coochie stank, girl, you need to go ahead and get that cleaned out. Okay? Let's continue.
Or paid them to. Women has paid DL men or just regular men, I guess, to text me on some gay stuff, try to get my nudes and expose them. And yes, my nudes have been exposed plenty of times at my high school. I never gave a fuck because I left that high school and I graduated early before every single body. Y'all ugly ass bitches. I do not have no credit. I just turned 18, but I have a lot of opportunity for Houston. I got my car fixed. I always said my transmission in my car was fucked up. My car wouldn't shift past third gear. There's no way I can drive that bitch to Houston, Texas in third.
I don't know why, but the way he talked kind of reminds me of somebody I know, girl.
Third gear, the engine will probably blow up. But I took it to a dealership and they told me that one of my intake, the whole intake manifold, the whole pipe was unplugged from the system. He plugged that bitch back in. My car is shifted 4th, 5th, and 6th gear. It's not loud. It's not jaking. My car is like brand new.
Yes, jaking. It's
the
not
whole
jaking.
time, an intake valve was unplugged. I want to say about around $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, and have at least 10 job interviews lined up in Houston. I want to have 10 job interviews. One or two of them jobs are gonna hire me. 10 job interviews, one of them jobs should hire you. I want to already have some jobs lined up, and I want to have a lot of money saved up, and I'm gonna try my best to hustle and try to live in my car or find some place to stay, find a roommate or somewhere to stay in Houston. It's Houston, Texas, and I want to move there so bad. I gotta get out of Mississippi because there's no opportunity. There's no females I can be friends with down here because all the females out here want just attention. They all want to be a city girl, but they know they can't because they are in Mississippi. They all gonna play that mean girl role. They're always gonna judge the gays and stuff like that. Oh, why you gonna do that? Like, girl, no, I can't stand that shit. Like, there's no opportunity. There's no good women down here that will love a gay man, but these women down here are very homophobic. That's why I always talk about homophobic women all the time, because it's the main people that I've always been judged by. Like, it's always the women in my hometown. Like, why is women so homophobic down here? I don't understand why. The only
girl,
type of...
Go ahead and say it and get out of my spirit, girl, because I want to laugh, girl. No shade. Just kind of reminded me of Scotty. I'm sorry. I just keep seeing Scotty a little bit. I'm sorry. That's just me. Please don't tell him I said that because he already mad at me. Okay?
Of family members who accept me for being gay, it's the male family members. How the fuck does the male family members upset me but not the women? I don't understand why.
I'm not allowing my little boys to dress in girl clothing, neither am I allowing my little girls to dress in boy clothing. It's not gonna happen, period. If my kids ever come to me and say, oh yeah, my little boy ever come to me and say, oh yeah, I wanna be a girl, I wanna transition, I'm gonna tell him no. And I'm gonna tell him, you do that on your time when you're an adult and you can fund that type of lifestyle, but I don't support that because I don't believe in it. Not saying that I won't love my kids, but I'm not gonna feed into delusion because that's how I feel about it. I feel like it's really a mental illness, but that's a whole other topic. I'm not allowing it, period. That type of decision is so big that y'all should not have little kids choosing, like making a decision like that. Like, that's really big. I feel like as an adult, when you can legally take care of yourself and you move out of my house, you can do whatever you want to do. But while you're a kid and still living underneath my roof, I'm just not supporting it. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna get hate on this, but that's just really how I feel. I'm not allowing my kids to to be something that they're not. Period.
I want to say this, bitch, you need fucking help, you need fucking therapy. And I'm gonna be very much honest with you. If your son came in with a blicky in his hand, a ski mask on, how would you feel about that? You will accept your son being a damn thug, but you ain't gonna accept him being gay or dressing up or whatever. Motherfucking kids have mental health issues because y'all want to accept it. If he want to motherfucking wear tight damn jeans, let him wear motherfucking tight goddamn jeans. What the fuck is wrong with you? If your damn 15-year-old, 16-year-old daughter says she is a stud and she would dress up in baggy pants, let her ass dress up. I don't understand what is wrong with y'all bitches. Y'all motherfuckers really have hate for us so damn bad, but y'all never want to say it. You're the one that's mentally motherfucking ill. I don't understand what type of nigga who have fucking lied to you that they are straight and that's bitch you are, but you do not need to take it out of motherfucking us because bitch you need fucking
Attractive
help.
gay men too.
Girl, I'm gonna say is this. I hope I can get to a place in my life, girl, where I can motherfucking speak fast as hell without stuttering. The day that happened, oh baby, it would definitely be a new time, baby. I think the universe be having me stuttering a lot because if I was to finish what I really want to say, girl, some shit would happen. And I'm talking about some shit against some of these other niggas, girl. No shade. But again, shout out to Blissful Amari. And I do agree with the ending part of it. Like, a lot of queer children, including myself, because I'm 33 years old, and it took a very long time for me to get to a place where I had to be comfortable with myself. When I was younger, I had more feminine energy in my expression. I was very sassy, girl. I need to actually put up a video and show y'all how I was like, because when I was younger, I was Michael Jackson a lot for Halloween and we win the costume contest, but I was feminine. And my male peers would literally make my life fucking hell. And then my parents at the time being an organized religion, my father being a staunch deacon, it was difficult to even try to have that conversation because I knew where it was going to go. So the way that Amari feels, I send him nothing but positive energy. I just hope that he continues to manifest the life that he wants. It sucks that he's going through what he's going through. It sucks that he is in a place where there are people who are not willing to understand him. And Amari, all I'm gonna say is this: I'm proud of you for walking in your truth, despite what the world might think. And I know how hard that is. Even when I was younger, I've had thoughts of self-deletion. Once as a child and then as an adult in my late 20s when I went through like a little pre-mid crisis or something in my life. Like, or not mid-crisis, but pre-crisis or something. Continue to love yourself. Do whatever you got to do to survive, but also use your gifts and talents, because your gifts and talents will make ways for you. But I'm also proud of you for speaking your experience, because you could have been one of the ones that took their fucking lives. You could have become a statistic. But I'm grateful that you're here. And I think queer people need to be able to build community and to help educate younger gay men. We're not talking about the Graylings. We're not talking about the Kyla Vings. We're not talking about these grooming motherfuckers that's trying to literally deal with younger gay men to abuse them and groom them in a sexual way. I'm talking about to inspire them and to build hope in their life. And let them know that if you keep living, things will get better. So again, make sure y'all go over to Bliss Amari and subscribe to their channel. Okay, shout out to them. Read y'all comments real quick, and then we're going to get into the last video for tonight. And shout out to Queen Spice doing her due deals, girl, because yes, Miss My Coochie stank bad, girl. Well, maybe you need to go ahead and get you a vinegar bath running, girl, and just go ahead and sit and just let all that stuff happen. And then when you done, get you some plain yogurt, not knowing no flavor, no scent, but plain yogurt, and put that up in there and let them the good bacteria and shit, girl, and the probiotics, girl, let it do what it goddamn do to clean that out. No damn shade. You see how I don't fuck women, but I know about women stuff? Because I educate myself. I don't have to have a pussy to know how a pussy works. Amen. Let's see. Baby Deshaun is commented down. You're going to be the supporter of the year. But these are the same women that be... Girl, I hate auto cap, girl. Sometimes I feel like auto cap be on my tongue, or autocorrect be on my tongue, girl, when I be speaking. I'm going to read it how it's written. To be hollering at these masculine gay men, and then when they complain when they're together with these men that are sleeping with other men, they want to cry about it. Exactly, because queer phobia affects everybody. You ain't got to be queer for it to affect you. You sitting here saying, I don't want no man. I don't want no man. Or better yet, I don't want my son. I want my son wearing no shit. You need to worry about your damn husband. Because your husband, late in the midnight hour, when he over there playing 2K with his bros, 2K all day, that's the motherfucking foreplay. Bros over hoes, that's the motto, nigga. To leave you wet like an op, nigga. Then y'all want to cry about it. Or when your man be messing around with a trans person, do you feel some way about it? And I'm going to do the T.S. Madison thing, and I know Deshaun about to be cracking up, girl. Because see, mommy, he don't be doing that bag of shit, because you see, my man a real man. Because see, mommy, see, he'll be fucking with y'all punks like that. Because see, mommy, your man, my man, it's our man too. Okay? Deshaun also says, I'm really sick of this because they're delusional women. There's delusional women like that, girl. They're delusional women like that. They do that, are delusional, absolutely delusional. And then they keep crying about these men sleeping with men while they're with him. Girl, get over it and submit to your man because you like gay men. They need to stop that. Because women like that, I'm going to say this, you make the bed, you lie in it. Deshaun also said there was a fortune teller lady that is a tarot reader. She was saying that just because you have a family doesn't mean that you're conservative, and that's what's grinding her gears. And I think I watched that video, and basically what she was saying is that just because you have a family don't mean shit. Because there's a bunch of men that be on the low and cheat on their partners because they're not satisfied, they're not happy in their relationship. They put on this front. Society teaches you to put on the front and to be fake and pretend like we have everything together, but in reality, behind closed doors, it's a different situation. And then y'all gag when you find out that your favorite pastor is doing this, or your favorite person is doing this, or your favorite actor, or this, or whatever, because people are not falling into relationships or creating relationships that is fruitful and life-giving and honest. There's a lot of fear there, a lot of insecurity there, and social media made it more insecure because sex is so readily available. So you can get it anywhere, you can see it any and everywhere, online, offline. But that's why you have, girl, as I tell y'all, self-love is the answer. Self-love is the answer. Let me see. Let's see. Deshaun says, here's the good part. How is a woman saying I can't sleep with a bisexual man, but there's men that are sleeping with other men that are pretending to be straight and they don't even know about it? Where's that gaydar? The gay radar. That you had the sexual gay demon, that you had women. Where'd they go? Girl, I'm just reading how it's written. It's written. Because like I said, it'd be people sitting here talking about queer people and they going to hell and all this stuff, and you know how the queer demon is created, but y'all know how to expel it. It's interesting. But anyway, last but definitely not least, this is probably the video a lot of y'all have been waiting on, because on the thumbnail on the far right, there is this AI trap ass nigga that's on the app, on the thumbnail. Okay? And he probably on the app. But we're going to get into a video by Daiquel. Again, shout out to Daiquel Dante. Make sure y'all subscribe to him. I had used some of his content as springboards before. This is his latest video, so make sure you go over there and subscribe and give him a like, please. All the information for everything again used in this live is in the description box below. But let's get into it. We're going to talk about why there are a lot of physically attractive men that society and the world would think that, oh my God, you can have any and everybody. And how is it that they can pull niggas but can't keep and maintain one girl? Let's get into it.
Typically single. I know we hear about gay men being single all the time, but being attractive while being gay is definitely a conversation that needs to be had. I personally feel it's no different from asking an attractive straight man why he's single. From my perspective, attractive gay men being single can stem from various factors, including societal pressures, the dating landscape, and of course, personal choices. You would think with being attractive, it'll be easier to date, but no. Nowadays, guys will assume you get the most play based on your looks. looks, so they wouldn't even attempt shooting their shot. I can go on and on why things are the way that it is, but let's unpack this and talk more about it. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Dante, and I'm back at it again with another video. As you guys can see by the title today, we're going to talk about why our most attractive gay men are single. And I cannot be the only one that peeped this, y'all, because when I be scrolling on TikTok, when I be scrolling on Instagram or Twitter, it's always a gay person that look hella good, mind you, but he always complaining about why he's single and so on and so forth. And this conversation can really apply to anybody, really, whether you're straight, bi, whatever the case may be. Some attractive men, I'm gonna be honest, some attractive gay men could be two in their heads, where they feel like they can just pull whoever, or they can just be conceited as hell, and that can kind of backfire. You being attractive and being gay and being like, I guess not confident but cocky, could leave a bad taste in everybody's mouth. It doesn't really apply to every attractive gay man, but that's just based off just the dome of what I think. Now, my top 4 reasons as to why I feel like, you know, a lot of these attractive guys are single. I feel like we are too picky. I do feel that way, and I'm gonna kind of get into that later. I feel like a lot of us are emotionally unavailable, or we are stuck on the past. So like we may have like past relationship trauma. And the third thing is lust. We're gonna also get more into that as well as I talk. And intimidation. All of those being said, if you feel like I missed out on something, or if you want to add to that list, please feel free to comment all of your, thoughts down below. I really appreciate that. So I did find some videos on TikTok that correlated with all of my reasonings. Like we said intimidation, we said people being emotionally unavailable, being lusted over, and what was the other one I think I said? I forgot. Y'all know my brain's fried. Oh, being picky. So I did find some videos that correlate with that. So let's go ahead and get it to them.
What's crazy? People don't DM me. I don't get any play.
You do know why though, and I'm not being funny when I say this, and I am one, but I know straight men and how they think. I have 6 brothers. No man wants to go after Chad. I'm telling you what it is.
Can we talk about how typically the most attractive friend, or the one who is quote unquote like beautiful or handsome or whatever label you want to put upon them, is typically the friend that is single, who a lot of people don't actively come up and approach them. They're typically the single friend. At least this is from what I've noticed. Oftentimes people look at women like Sherelle from the podcast with Carlos King, who actually happens to be the ex of Chad Ochocinco, and I think the mother of one of his children. She was talking and she was just explaining how she used to see, like, he used to show her DMs and messages from random girls, but typically no one really ever like DMs her or like try to get to know her. And the fact of it is, at least from my point of view, is people look at her as an accomplished woman, a pretty woman, someone who is out of their league. Like, a lot of guys will just count themselves out, just period, because they look at women like that, or just people, period. And you could be at the club and everybody around you is getting hit on.
So with this video, I don't think this really pertains to gay people, but I do feel like it kind of aligns to a certain degree. When it comes to, a person feeling like you're out of their league because you do look a certain way. I do feel like, that plays a major role, because like I said, like in the very beginning of my video, how some guys may feel like you get a lot of play because you are attractive or whatever. And, they just feel like, well, hell, he probably get hella play. I'm not even going to bother him, or even try to, get my hopes up or whatever. He don't even respond. So even with, a lot of gay boys, not only do they look good, child, but they be having a money together. They be having a life together, child. And some guys may not be in that space where they have it all together. So maybe they just feel like you also out of their league when it comes to financials too. That could be a possibility. But let's keep watching.
Okay, and I'm just going to say something real quick, just to break it up a little bit. I can understand that perspective, because for someone who is generally or conventionally attractive, of course, people are going to be intimidated because, again, society has taught us that this is the upper echelon. This is the top tier. And a lot of times when you connect to something that is considered top tier or good, that becomes overwhelming. Because not only have you gotten the person that's attractive, but how do you then keep that attractive person when there's so many other people out there that are dying to be in the position that you're in? Who, if you mess up at any moment or do anything that they don't like, they can throw out and say, oh, well, I have so many other men that will be, trying to get in your position. So beggars can't be choosers. It can get into that aspect because there's a lot of people who are physically attractive who have sat up here and played with the hearts of people that they didn't find attractive. They was just bored and just wanted to do something. That has happened as well. But with this situation, and I hope he talks about it more with the lust aspect, again, you're physically attractive. But because you're physically attractive, the question now comes into play. Does this person who is DMing me, who is approaching me, who's spitting game at me, does this person generally want to be with me for who I am as an individual, or because of my aesthetic, because of my vanity? And not only that, the social equity and credit that you will receive just by being in proximity to me. Let's continue.
They look at you like, I'm not even going to approach you because you wearing this. I see your car. I see your home. I see the way you look. You just look like you're out of my league. And oftentimes it's so crazy to even think about. But people have that mindset where they already count themselves out. You don't even have to diss them or come off as snobbish or anything. They just look at you and quote unquote call you either bougie or stuck up just by what they feel like someone of your caliber would act like. And that could be the farthest thing from your but they just automatically count themselves out. But somebody like me, I love that type of mentality because if that's the mind space you already walking in with and your rationale in your head, I don't want to have to constantly having to reinforce how I feel about you, constantly deal with someone who is insecure, because those type of people, when you go around people, they're going to feel like everybody looking at you, and oftentimes they're going to make you feel bad for presenting yourself a certain type of way, and then oftentimes people have to dumb themselves down so that their partners could feel equal, which ultimately won't work out for neither one of y'all. If you're with someone or those the measures you have to take to be with someone, you might as well just call it quits. So it's just really so crazy to see her say this, because I know a lot of people that's been in this situation. I myself have also. It's a lot of people out there with that type of mentality, and it's just sad ultimately.
He made some very good points in that video. He loud as hell. Lord have mercy. Now this video is gonna.
Now, before he gets to that video, I kind of want to just touch on that part a little bit. I can understand that perspective as well. Again, because we are in this social media age, and especially if you go on Meta, Instagram right now, again, shout out to FanBase, see y'all there, bitch. But anyway, you go on to Instagram and click that button, girl, that explore page, your algorithm will feed you physically attractive individuals, bodies together, small waist, fat ass booty, the straight men showing off their booty now, girl, just all types of stuff, right? You're bombarded with that all the time. And then you start comparing yourself. Well, do I look this way? And we've all been indoctrinated to think that way. We've all been indoctrinated to think about how we look and present ourselves. Because again, no impression that is great. It's the first impression, girl. That's the best impression. It's the only impression. So if you are a person who looks at yourself a certain type of way, and then you attract somebody who is more attractive than you, has more money than you, anything that is more than you, when you attract them into your life, that really is giving you an opportunity to grow and evolve, because now you have someone that you can look to in reference to growth. But because there is no self-love there, girl, you will walk around and you will feel some type of way, and you will feel insecure. Because if you go out with somebody that you're in a relationship with that's attractive, and the eyes are looking at them, now you're looking at these other people, then you're looking at them, then you misinterpret it. Well, damn, you ain't had to look at the guy like that. Well, you ain't had to say thank you like that. Yeah, according to what old dude said, if that's the type of mentality you're on, you don't need to be in a relationship. Your ass needs to go sit down and heal your shit. Love yourself, bitch. I am 5'2". I know that everybody's not gonna find me attractive, girl, just off my height alone. But just because the person that I may want, and again might want, off from a physical, and probably even more if I get to know them, their characteristics, and they don't want me, I'm not gonna sit up here and say, oh, well, you short phobic, or oh, you just don't see me in that way. That's okay, because the way I look at it and remind myself is that maybe God's source universe consciousness is really helping me to dodge a bullet. Because what's meant for me will be for me. I won't have to sit up here and have to dumb myself down. I won't have to sit up here and have to keep reassuring a motherfucker. They will understand the situation, and we can be able to move forward in a more smooth type of way. And a smooth sailing is possible. Just because people around you or the experiences that you see may be rough with them does not mean it has to be rough with you. But if you learn to love yourself, you will energetically attract that person to you, because what I'm learning is that at the end of the day, it's about energy. Yes, you physically attractive now. All of us are one fucking depression away from putting on 30, 40 pounds. Hell, you can get into a car accident and that beautiful face get fucked up. Or that ass when you was twerking and shit and throwing that shit back, girl, now you can't throw nothing back, bitch. You need help throwing it back. Somebody feeding you because you can't swallow, girl, because you can only control from here down. It's about your character and who you are as a person. That should be the most important. Now, yes, I'm not gonna lie and say that we don't want to be with people that we don't find attractive. But what I find attractive, somebody else may not find attractive. And if anything, it shouldn't just be the physical attraction. It's like going to buy a house. When you go to buy a house, you don't just look at the outside and be like, oh my God, I love it. You have to go inside the house and see what the house gives. And if you're smart, you will go to a house tour after it rains so that you can see if there's any leaks. Do you get what I'm saying? Just the more information you have, the greater decision and awareness you will have to manifest the relationship that you want. Because I'd be baffled too. These people are physically attractive and they're single. Why is that? And when we get to the lust part, I'm gonna delve even deeper into that aspect, because I feel like that's the part that we need to focus on. And that is the part that straight people use against queer people. Well, y'all just lust feel. Well, y'all just lust feel. Baby, lust is not exclusive to queer people. It is something that happens in humanity. But lust is a temporal gratification and satisfaction. That is what lust is. That's it. That's what lust is. But anyway, let's continue.
This video is going to pertain to some of the gays being picky, child. Now, some of these boys do talk a little slow, so if you want to just speed up the damn video, by all means, do what's best for you. But let's get into this video.
And I don't know who needs to hear this, but yes, I'm gay, and no, I don't want you. Like, why the fuck y'all be feeling like just because a person gay, like they want you because you the same sex as them? Like, no. Like, just because I like men don't mean that I like every man that I motherfucking see. Like, you know, like, what the fuck? Like, I still have a type. I'm very picky with my motherfucking gay. Like, especially with, like, heterosexual men, they be feeling like just because you a gay man that you want every man that you see. Half of y'all be ugly as fuck. I don't want y'all. If a bitch don't want y'all, why I want y'all? Like, y'all don't be having enough money for me. Like, no, it's a lot of motherfucking requirements on my gay. Like, yeah. And that goes the same way for gay men. Just because you another gay man too, baby, that don't mean that I'm supposed to be with you either. Like, just because you gay, I don't fucking care. Like, that's all we got in common. That's it. That's all. I'm still very picky, and that don't mean I want you either, because we both are part of the motherfucking community.
I just wanted to add that video because he have a personality and he's funny. Let's watch the other one.
So sometimes I can be picky
like, girl,
with
what happened?
sex. I need to know that we're gonna flip flop before it's even happening. Like, it's not gonna be no, I'm doing one thing, you doing one thing. We finna get in there and we're gay. Like, that's the point of being gay for me.
Girl, no shade. And for me, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus, bitch. I am a top. I've already had my bottom end experience, bitch, with my first love, girl, and he was more the man I ever need, girl. He was all the man I ever need, girl. I don't even know how I survived, girl. I felt like I was being put on a pike. So I just want to say, going forward, I need me an individual who is exclusively bottom, girl. I don't have time. Now, I'm going to be realistic. Now, if we've been together for 10, 15 years, okay, maybe we can shake some shit up. But for these first 10, 15 years, no. I know what I like. I know what turned me on. I'm so grateful that there are people who are versatile so that my ass don't have to.
Like, it needs to be some flip-flop sex.
So basically, a top and a bottom switch positions during sex. Yeah.
So you doing the bending.
Cheers, batter.
I'm weak. Okay, that makes sense. I feel like this doesn't even really have to apply to attractive men. I feel like any gay person, like, child, if you meet somebody or whatever and everything is going good, we start talking about damn positions, and I'm a verse and you just strictly bottom, the shit just not gonna work, because, baby, at one point I'm gonna want some dick and you're not gonna give it to me. So positions play a major role too as to why a lot of us are single. It really do. Like, it is so
That's interesting, because I be hearing people saying that they want more of the top as opposed to the bottom, because it make it seem like, again, this is just gay talk. It seems like a lot of people are becoming bottom. This is what I'm hearing. Y'all be sitting there, for example, y'all love y'all some damn, what's that nigga name? Raheem Shabazz. Y'all love them niggas. He be slow stroking the motherfuckers, and he got an arm like this, girl. One of the twin powers activate. Yeah, okay? He got all that. Y'all was, ooh, girl, I love it. Ooh, I just want to be on that bed. Ooh, I just want to just, ooh. But then once he started bottoming, baby, y'all was upset. It was the same thing with Kyle Levine. Y'all was upset. Y'all be using them memes all the time on damn Twitter X, again, Meta, with Kaya ass talking about everybody want to be the girl, who want to be the boy? So it's just very interesting to me that, you know, that's the reason why people are single. You know what I mean? Because I thought so. Again, I could be ignorant here because I'm not really in the community like that there were more bottoms than there were tops, girl. Because y'all trying to get to the masculine energy. Y'all want the trade. Y'all love the trade. Y'all hate the feminines, but y'all love the trades.
retarded because it's like, damn, you was everything. You fit everything. You fit all of my requirements. And then once you start talking about the sex part, it's just like, God damn it, you can't dick me down. Oh fuck, I'm over it. I can't do it. Suppositions, yes, I agree. That play a major role in stuff, y'all, because you got some gay men, they don't mind only doing one thing. But when you are, I know for me, when I run into verse dudes, they don't want to stick to one thing. They want to, like he said, he want to flip flop. So I definitely get that. Okay, so this video, you guys, he's talking more about, the reason as to why he's emotionally unavailable and stuff like that. And I feel like this is a great video to react to. So let's do it.
I've made the decision. I'm definitely 100% emotionally unavailable. I'm going to tell you exactly why whilst I do my nighttime skincare routine, because that's how we do it these days. I have been single for 2.5 years, and I was in a 4-year relationship before that ended. And not going to lie, it was a very traumatic relationship. A lot went on, and I don't really care what happened on his path. Mine was very traumatic. Definitely went through a lot, and to say the least, I left that relationship very broken, and I ended up leaving the country for 3 months to find myself again. And when I left, I did find that I didn't know who I was, and I came back home and I realized I don't know how am I going to rebuild myself. Let's move swiftly on to where we are right now at this point in time. I've tried to date people, I've tried to speak to men. many men, as to be completely honest, and it gets to a point where I hit a brick wall and they can't get past that brick wall. And I think it's like a level or form of PTSD. If any person who I speak to in more of a romantic way tries to do anything that I sort of feel is controlling, I instantly shut down and I instantly shut away from wanting to speak to men or even be involved in dating apps or anything like that. And what I find the hardest now at this point in time is I struggle to let those barriers down, and it makes me so cold, so stone cold.
We love the accountability, but he's mentioned how once he sensed the whole controlling shit or you being narcissist, he just go ahead and isolate himself. He shut down. He don't want to deal with your ass. It may sound like his ex was like that, and it's kind of like whenever he do run into that or see a sign of it, it just probably bring him back to that moment. So that's what I'm getting from what he just said.
Love to give. You know, I am a nice person. I'm very wholesome, very spiritual. Like, what's yours is mine. But it gets to the point where I feel like I need to be selfish to the person I'm speaking with or the person who I'm seeing, because I wasn't able to be selfish in the 4 years. I was made to be something that I'm not, and that was doormat. And now I know I'm not like that. I never was like that. To be where I am now, like, there's a lot of trauma that I need to still process, and I can't process it. And I find it hard to factor in anybody else's feelings when it comes to being romantic. I know that sounds really hard and definitely very, very selfish, but it gets to the point where I want my time for me, and I want to be able to give myself everything that I want to give myself. And people who are coming into my life in a romantic form instantly get put second, and I don't want that to be the case, but it becomes the case when it gets to a certain point in that talking stage when I just feel like, meh, that people don't interest me. I lose interest so quick, and I don't know why. And I would love for you guys to tell me if you've had any similar experiences. And as we know in the gay community, dating is hard anyway. Being a gay male is hard. People move on very, very fast, and people find each other very, very fast. And I struggle with all of that as well. Like, I would love to find someone and be with that person forever, but I physically can't, and I know I can't, and I need your help.
Well, I definitely agree with that. Trust me, you are not alone with that, buddy. Let's keep watching some videos, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
I want to speak on that real quick. I like how open and transparent he was about his experience. Again, I think the reason why that plays into being single in reference to being emotionally unavailable is because I feel like, if you ask me, and just using my experience as an example, because of the traumatic experiences that we've dealt with growing up as children, living in a world that tells you that because you're same-sex attracted, that you're this and you're that and you're that and you're this and you're everything else except a child of God, I feel like we start to internalize that, which is why I feel like the sex thing is like happens so much, because that's the one area where we feel like we can achieve something, even though it may be temporal. It's still something that we achieve. It gives us the opportunity to feel something or to not feel at all. But using his example, it's kind of like when you broke up with your dude after 4 years, I honestly feel like you need to take some time away to go ahead and focus on yourself and get yourself together. Build your own foundation mentally and emotionally. I think that is what is most important. Because if you don't do that, you will instantly always get triggered by certain things. And I can speak from personal experiences, because the majority of dudes that I've dated, I was the rebound guy for. I ain't even gonna hold you, especially at that time. I didn't have enough boundaries set in place. I was doing everything I can to prove to other people that I was better than their ex. I will go over and above and beyond for them. You know, I'm gonna make sure that I text all the time. I'm gonna make sure that I ask them how they're doing. When I pray and meditate every day, I'm going to include them in it and ask God, Source, Universe, Consciousness to help me to love who they are as an individual. And not just the physical aspect, but everything that comes with the physical aspect. The physical aspect is just the icing on top of the cake. But because they've dealt with disappointment all the time, when they finally manifested someone in their life that they wanted, that came after me first, okay? Because no shade, BubzDaGawd, I'm a little nervous, I'm a little shy, so if you want something, you gotta let me know. No shade. maybe that would change, but it is what it is. But y'all pressed the gas on me first. Y'all was trying to see what was going on with me first. And now that you see that I was showing up in a real way, or basically showing up in the way that I would want them to show up for me, now all of a sudden they get to one place that I think a lot of us as individuals get to. And we can take romantic relationship out of it, but just using this as an example with romantic relationship. Once we manifest something good in our lives, if we don't have a foundation of self-love, we will do everything in our power, whether it's consciously or unconsciously through fear and past experiences, to completely fuck that opportunity and experience up. Individuals that are like him, no shade. Therapy is good, and I'm not saying therapy in a bad way, because people think when you talk about therapy, it means you're crazy. No, it's not. You trying to figure out your own thoughts when you don't even know what the hell your thoughts are is crazy. So sometimes we need people to help us deal with these things, because if you're entering into a relationship with somebody new, they should not have to inherit your baggage. That's not fair to them. Just like how you wouldn't want to inherit their baggage. So I just wanted to touch on that really quickly. Let's go ahead and get into the next video.
So I have a pet peeve that I knew I had for a long time, but I never put it into words and expressed it. So it is being over sexualized, like, hey baby, or hey daddy's baby, or like saying something like,
you better not ever text me that weird ass shit. I'm not gonna respond to you. Don't do nicknames with me. Stinker butt, pookie butt, whatever the fuck. Do not say that. I'm not gonna respond to you. Like, what the hell? But this kind of falls into the category of the whole being lusted over. Being an attractive man, straight man, being an attractive woman, whatever the case may be. When you are attractive, you're looked at as an object most of the time, because a lot of these people, they just want you because you look good, but they don't really want you. They want you, but they don't want you, if that makes sense. Like, they don't really want to get to know you like that, but they just really want to, get inside them pants, child. They want to see how big the D is. They just want to see, they want to get into that. And it's fucked up, especially as a gay man, because it's like, even though I do look the way I look, goddamn, I'm still human. Like, the fuck, like, I don't get it. But child, I'm so used to this behavior when it comes to men in general, like, being over-sexualized. I feel like women go through this shit every single day.
It's along the lines of that, like, hey sexy, what's up? When I'm gonna see you. Ew. That's all I have to say is ew. Like, that shit is weird as hell. Like, why are you talking to me like that? I don't even know you, first of all. And it's different if you talk like that once you know somebody and you date somebody. It's different. But when I don't know you, oh my God, you as a creepo, weirdo, creeper, jeeper, got serial killer vibes, and you probably a stalker.
Not the Dahmer.
I think a lot of gay men are gonna end up single for a long time because they are too in tune with their feminine energy. And no, I don't mean like the way you act or the way you talk. I'm talking about just masculine versus feminine energy in its purest form. We see it in nature all the time, right? The male, the masculine figure will chase after the female figure. And I think too many gay men are just expected to be chased after constantly, and they're so prideful, and they're just not willing to take initiative to ask someone out, make the first move. So what you end up with is all these guys who are just expecting someone to come up to them and wow them and pick them up their feet. But in reality is we're all men. We should all.
I used to be this person, y'all. I can't even sit here and cap. And I can't even sit here and act like I still don't act like that sometimes. Because when I was dating, child, you got to come to me. Because I got bad luck when it comes to trying to reach out to boys first. It just never work out. So I just let everybody, whoever want to talk to me, if we ever became a thing, it's because of them. It's because of them. And it's just me having too much pride. I've gotten better, but child, I can't sit here and act like I'm, that I crossed that bridge yet, because I'm still, it's still some growth.
Be sort of willing to chase after what you want. And I don't know, that I feel like that's been my observation, because I feel like I see so many like good looking guys who have great stuff going for them who are just like, oh, no one approaches me, blah blah blah, and I'm like, well, why don't you approach someone, you know?
I think we should start doing that. If you watching this video, I think we should make that one of our resolutions for this year. We should at least go walk up to somebody and be like, hey, my name is such and such. You know, you look good. I think we should get to know each other. Like, I think we should be on that type of time. But that's only if you bold, though.
You know what's crazy? In the gay community, we think that a lot of these really attractive men have like the craziest pull and like get the most like options ever. When in reality, they really don't. They do not. I've met a lot of very attractive friends, and a lot of these motherfuckers do not get the attention that y'all think they do. Maybe online, yeah, maybe they get hit on, they get DMs and everything, but in person, people will not go up to them. People do not go up to these guys that are like above average because they're scared.
I never thought about it like that. I was just strictly looking at the online presence of this whole video, not really necessarily looking at what happens in person. And I feel like, yeah, he got a very good point when it comes to in person versus online, because online, hell, you might do get hella dudes that hit you up or whatever on a daily, but that shit probably don't apply to, you know, once you out at like gatherings and stuff like that. We gotta also understand, y'all, we gay, so it's just like, it's not really normal for us to do stuff in person all the time unless you're in like a gay setting. But he got a good point. Let's keep listening though.
And also they think that they've already been taken, or they think that they already have a man or whatever the fuck, when in reality a lot of these very attractive men in the community, they do not get approached like that in person. Some of them actually look better in person too, so it makes people even more scared to go talk to them. And it always makes me scream, because I have a lot of friends that will talk about these guys that I know that are super cute, and they'll say, ugh, I bet they get a lot of attention, I'm sure they would never go for me, when 99% of the time, that is not the case. Some of these super like attractive guys would love to get attention from people in person rather than online, because they get avoided all the time. Like literally half the time they're always getting avoided. And so when I see other people like assume that these really attractive guys get a lot of attention and they're always getting pulled, they're not. Trust me, they're actually pretty fucking lonely sometimes, and they don't get hit on.
So yeah, y'all, after watching those videos, those guys just kind of proved my point on the reasons as to why I feel like a lot of us attractive gay men are single. Again, I get that, you know, some of these things could apply to anybody, but I just kind of wanted to talk more about attractive gay men, because being attractive, man, like, you are objectified a lot. Like, you just are, especially if you got sex appeal. That's gonna be another video for another day, but especially if you got sex appeal, oh my gosh, like, dudes you're gonna get lusted over all the time. Like, it don't matter. Like, you know, once you got that good sex appeal, or once you got like a good face or whatever, like, you're just objectified. Like, y'all, one person that I want to reference is Malik McIntyre. I love you, by the way, Malik. Like, he showed me so much love or whatever privately. I would love him down boots, but with him, he is fine as hell. And it's not even the fact that gay men be like lusting over him, but it's the women. It's women that like love him down because he do look good. Like, you know, Malik is, call me daddy, but he look good as fuck. And it's even the guy, what's his name, y'all? Aaron Perry, I think I'm saying his last name right. But of course he's not gay, but you know, right now he's doing press for Mufasa or whatever, and everybody just cannot get enough of how good he looked, child. So it's just like, you know, and then everybody use that saying raw, next question. So yeah, being good looking or whatever, child, it's a lot of pros and cons to this shit.
Me and my brother, looking at me and my brother. Look, y'all, in closing, I just think in general, regardless if you are attractive or if other people don't find you attractive, because one nigga that y'all think is attractive may be like to the other person. I just think that regardless of the situation, work on yourself, because these conversations that he shared in the video were more so about men who find other men attractive but are afraid to walk up to them because they're afraid of rejection. Rejection is definitely a part of this whole situation. Rejection is difficult to deal with, because when you feel rejection, especially when you're a queer person growing up in a society that teaches you to reject yourself, it's like you have to face that again. But again, if you love yourself, yes, it's gonna sting, it's gonna be a little bitter, but at the same time, at least you know the truth and you can heal from it and move on. Because like I said, just because it looked good don't also mean that it is good. Because looking attractive and working on your body is seen as social equity. It's like social credit. The more attractive you are, the more opportunities you can get. I remember when T.S. Madison, shout out to Mother Maddie. I love Mother Maddie. Okay? When she was doing, I think it was on Wild Presents, where she was driving people around. She was driving the street and she saw an individual who I guess was a part of valet or something, and she was like, ooh, y'all know how T.S. Madison give it up. Ooh, baby, let me tell you something. You're very attractive. Don't ever forget that. You're attractive. You can get into a lot of places being physically attractive. That is unfortunately the truth. But let's move it from individuals who are trying or want to be with someone physically attractive. Let's have a conversation when the physically attractive person finds another physically attractive person and they come together. A lot of times when they come together, it is still in the realm of lust and still in the realm of objectification. Look at all the fucking orgies that be happening. The sex parties. Just imagine what the fuck you see at these queer events during Memorial Day or some sort of holiday. All these people are coming together. They're not coming together to get to know each other. They're not coming together to try to understand each other and to understand their character and learn about their past and ask them questions about their exes and all this stuff to actually get to know them. It's the fact of, you fine, I'm fine, let's see what's up. And again, going back to what I said earlier, when you're physically attractive, there comes a time where you have to ask yourself, does this person want to be with me for who I am? Do they want to get to know me when I'm not made up? When I'm sick, got the cold, got the flu, I got fucking eye boogers in my eyes, girl, I got dried, slob on my face, breath kind of hot, girl, get a little musty and shit, doing all this stuff. Are you still gonna love me? If I get into a car accident and become a paraplegic, are you still gonna care for me? If I contract or end up manifesting an incurable disease, are you still gonna love me through the midst of that? And again, I really think that us as queer people growing up in a society that does not value us or allow us to learn how to value ourselves, this cycle will continue to happen, because when you're physically attractive, it's like a cheat code in a sense. I get to be able to escape all this bullshit because I am physically attractive. But in reality, you escaped one bad thing and it went to something else. Now, I'm not saying it if you're coming from a place of, okay, I just want to look good for myself. I want to look in the mirror and like what I see. I feel like it's helping my mental health and my self-esteem, and I'm doing this for me. That's one thing, because I'm all for people taking care of their bodies if it's for them, so they can feel good about themselves. But for those who do it simply just to get attention from other people, those are the individuals who I feel like need to work on their self-love. Because if they don't, there are people out there that will manipulate you and play on your energy and fuck all types of shit up. So again, when it comes to the queer community, we have a lot of work to do inwardly. That's where I want to kind of focus more of my content going forward this year. I've already did 2 years of letting people outside of queerness know what queerness is about. Now it's time for us to find out what queerness is about for ourselves, because even we follow a heteronormative. We still trying to figure out queerness our damn selves. You have gay men who don't understand trans women. You have trans people who don't understand non-gender binary people, non-gender conforming people. There's so much information here, and we have to do our part to educate ourselves so that everybody can become better. And I wish and I hope and pray that Black gay men can manifest healthy, beautiful, objective relationships that actually can last, that actually is filled with love. To the point to where, yeah, if you end up being in a relationship and you find somebody who is physically attractive or more physically attractive than your partner, and your ego and the lust inside of you may be like, ooh, damn, shit, damn. you will be able to realize that what you have at home is greater than what anything is out there. And I believe it's possible. But the only way to do that, ladies and gentlemen, is through the realm of self-love. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all so much for joining me for the pilot episode of Homo News. Let me know what y'all thought about it, okay? I'm going to go ahead and read the comments in a minute, but I want to thank y'all so much for rocking with me for this live. Please leave your thoughts down below in the comment sections on how you felt about this episode. Please, please, please. If you can, please make sure you hit that like button because it helps this channel to grow in the algorithms. We are at 830. We were stuck at 820 something, but now we're at 830 on the road to 1K. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. We're working on the quality aspect because when the time comes, when the opportunity manifests, when the opportunity is presented, not only will we be able to seize the moment, but we'll be able to maintain and evolve in that moment. And in order for that to happen, I'm also need y'all help because y'all really are, the lifeline of this channel. So I thank y'all so much. If you like the vibe over here on BubzDaGawd and you want to continue that fantastic voyage, girl, okay, with us, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you can stay up to date with all of my content, whether it's edited or live. All right, if there's something in this live that I said that kind of stuck with you, I ask that you please screen record it and share it on your social media platforms. I am BubzDaGawd everywhere, girl. Right now on FanBase. Make sure you download FanBase. No shade, okay? And if you feel compelled, you can definitely hit me up in that Cash App at the bottom of the screen. We take anything that jingles and falls, baby. 2025, I'm getting paid for my gifts and talents. I already paid my dues, baby. Type in BubzDaGawd on YouTube. It ain't just here. I've been on a lot of different motherfucking places and spaces, bitch, and put in time and work and wasn't even paid for it. No shade. Going forward, baby, I'm getting paid for everything. So if you feel compelled in your spirit to be a part of that, I ask that you please hit the Cash App at the bottom of the screen, baby, because it will help the platform so much. And I want to upgrade my stuff and give y'all better quality, girl. I'm using what I got till I can get what I can get. And I'm gonna need y'all help for that. I'm gonna look at the comments real quick. AW says, hi everyone, happy new year. What happened with FanBase? I do have to watch the replay. I would encourage you to watch the replay, but in reference with FanBase, it is just another space for people to come together on Meta with Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. They're kind of becoming more laxed on their policies, which is going to open up the door for more racism, more queerphobia. They trying to go back to, back in the day when they ruled everything, was able to say what the hell they wanted to say without being challenged, and it actually costed people their lives. They want to go back to that. So FanBase is just an app that was created by a black man, Isaac Hayes' son, his offspring. Shout out to Rest in Face. I gotta think of the name right now because we're at the bottom of the screen. Who shared that, but they created a platform again called FanBase, and I'm migrating over there. So I would suggest y'all do as well if you want to stay up in the loop in reference to how we're going to survive these next 4 years, okay? Because I'm an investor of the app. Oh, awesome, that's dope. Well, I'm moving to your app, okay? I want to do some activism over there. I want to continue to help encourage and uplift humanity, and if I have to remove myself from an app that is going to be dangerous for us and invest in an app that's actually going to help us, I'm cool with that. So thank you, AW, for coming through. Let's see. Deshaun said, here's the... Oh, yeah, I already read that one there. I'm sorry. Boy Crazy says, a lot of women play into the fantasy. I know a female that married a man who clearly associated himself around the gay community at school. Just saw him on one of these apps, so either it's safe to say he's divorced or DL. So yeah, wow. Wow, that DL shit about to really be... Baby, it's about to be off the chain. Deshaun says, lust is in every sexuality, including these straight men and these women that are very lustful. Even when they have girlfriends, they lust to another woman. That's lust. They need to stop putting lust as a stamp on gay people because it's straight people too, which Boy Crazy says, bingo. And I agree with that. Again, this is a human situation, but they're expressed through all these different lenses. And I think if we focus more on the humanity aspect, we'll actually be able to make a change. Okay, whatever barriers that are in front of us or labels that's in front of us, we have to come together to break those things down. Because if we don't, the next generation and the generation after that and the generation after that will continue to have these conversations just in more modern ways. So we have to do something now in order to make a change for the future. And I'm going to do my part. I ask that y'all do your part. So anyway, thank you, AW, for coming through. You are an investor of the app. Glad to have you in the building. Shout out to you. Shout out to King Deshaun as always. Okay, MVP. Shout out to Boy Crazy. Shout out to Queen Spicy. Shout out to Queen Amber in the building. Rest in Ninja Face. Shout out to you for coming through once again. I don't know if you stayed, but if you didn't, I'm grateful that you came through. Shout out to CC. Okay. Shout out to the replay game. Shout out to the trolls that came through. I know y'all be on some bullshit, bitch, and BubzDaGawd here for it. Let's see what's really going on. No shade, okay? Shout out to the replay game. Shout out to all of y'all. And until next time, everybody, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday, right? Yeah. Enjoy the rest of y'all Wednesday evening. And I will be talking to y'all later. Peace.
I can be anything I choose in this round. We are a sound vibration too deep to tell.